This, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting phases of any canopy build, because as you can see, it's currently a blank canvas to make whatever we like, and the options are pretty much limitless. So I thought in today's video, I'll run you through what my basic process is for designing my ideal layout, and I'll show you what's in store for this latest build. Welcome to my little studio setup that some of you guys might remember from when Bianca built this for me a couple of years ago. Still working an absolute treat, and I've been spending a lot of time in here lately working on this latest canopy plan. Poor Bianca keeps getting called in here like every half an hour to view a new version of the plan, but I think I've finally arrived at something that I'm really happy with. So let's take a look, and I will just quickly turn some layers off so we can run through everything piece by piece. So here on the screen, we can see my basic canopy outline, and this is roughly to scale, probably not perfect, but close enough that I can sort of base my measurements on this drawing. Obviously this canopy is 1800 wide by 1650 long, and this little perforated area here sort of represents my safe build zone. So when the canopy doors open, essentially that's the area I need to build my structures within to be able to clear that door opening area. And there's also some pieces of the door that when the door closes, they pretty much occupy this area just here. So anything I build, I want to be within this square here. Now, the last time I made a video like this, a lot of you guys were asking what software this is that I'm using to mock up my canopy plans. This is Adobe Illustrator, part of the Adobe suite of software, which I use for pretty much everything. It's certainly not the best tool for the job, and I'm sure there's better software out there for doing this sort of thing. I've just had a ton of experience using this bit of software in the past. I used to be in here pretty much every day for my full-time job before I said goodbye to that life, but it does get the job done for what I'm trying to achieve. So the first part of this new fit out is going to be the fridge assembly, which is just going to go in a very similar location to where my current fridge is in the old canopy setup. I just found that place worked really well for me and Bianca. I did toy around with the idea of potentially putting it on the other side or maybe even in the middle. But I just thought about it, I don't want to essentially change things for the sake of changing them. This worked really well for us in that left-hand position just there, so decided to mount it there once again in this new setup, but I won't be using one of those mounting cages anymore. I'll be mounting it on essentially these two black columns, which are already installed in the canopy, which is great news, saves me a bunch of time there. And I'll also be bringing this fridge a lot further towards the front of the canopy compared to the last one. My last canopy did have that lip that I had to raise the fridge up to clear that door, so I did use that area as a bit of storage underneath the fridge door. But of course, with the chassis mount canopy, we have that nice flush floor, so I'm bringing that fridge pretty much all the way to the front. And also we can fit a bigger fridge in this new canopy setup as well. The overall dimensions are pretty much the same as the last canopy setup, but we gain so much internal space, we can actually fit a Bushman's 130 litre fridge, which is pretty crazy. Moving on to the 12 volt setup, which is always a pretty exciting part of any fit out. There's a couple of pieces to this puzzle. The first is a bit of space behind the fridge, which I'm allocating for my battery storage. I'm then going to be running a 2000 watt inverter in this setup to give me some mains power, which is something I've never had in my canopy setups over the years, but something I will get a lot of benefits from. I am tempted to try going down the induction cooking route for this build, just to try something new and to be able to give you guys my thoughts and experiences on if that's a sustainable way to power your camp cooking. And then above that 2000 watt inverter is going to be a 12 volt hub. That's the first thing you see when you open up that right hand side of the canopy. And that will have everything from solar inputs, a bunch of Anderson outputs, charging sockets, DC-DC charger, a fuse box, and pretty much everything 12 volt. And then the last piece of the puzzle for this 12 volt setup, obviously the wiring isn't in this diagram, and that'll be quite a job by itself, but down here on the bottom right hand side you'll see a small black line which doesn't look like much, and that represents the area where all my charging outlets are going to be. There's going to be some USB chargers there, my 240 volt outlets, a remote switch that turns the inverter on and off, are all going to live down on this section just here. With the previous setup, that area was on the left-hand side, but now that that fridge is pulled a lot further forwards, there's not going to be too much room in this area here for charging, hence the reason I've swapped it to the tail end of the canopy. So I probably will run some conduit either on the roof or on the floor that runs from the front to the back to get all my power through to this rear section. Moving on, we get to the bit that I'm looking forward to the most for this new fit out, which is of course my DIY kitchen build. I love building these things. So it's going to look something like this. There's a lot to it, so we'll start running through this piece by piece. The first thing you'll see next to the fridge is the pantry, so I decided to shift that from being on the very end where it was on the previous setup to essentially in the middle of that area, because these pantries can be accessed from both sides, so to me it just made sense to store it in the middle there. And at the very back, there's going to be a system that slides out in many, many different ways. So there's going to be one bench that pulls out like this that will be quite similar to the previous setup, although not quite as high, which should be good news for poor Bianca. And then at the very end of that, there's going to be a slide out bench that comes out from the very bottom. So that'll be as low as you can possibly make a slide out bench. And with the chassis mount canopy, obviously not having that canopy lip, that should be nice and low. When that's all extended, these are both just going to be large benches. So no built-in cooker in this particular setup. It's just going to be flexible bench space that you can use for whatever you like on very strong runners to be able to withstand a fair bit of weight as well. And then under that main bench section, there's going to be two slide out drawers that are going to be the perfect height for storing those annoying bits and pieces. Things like glad wrap, alfoil, cutlery, so knives and forks, barbecue utensils, and just other bits and pieces like that. So they'll live under this main canopy bench. And then on top here, there'll be another small bench just here that's just good for sitting things in that canopy setup when you don't want to necessarily have to be extending benches and folding things out. So that's awesome too. And then moving behind this kitchen area, you'll notice this gray box, and that represents where we're going to be storing the majority of our food, obviously in conjunction with the pantry here as well. This is something I'm actually really looking forward to building, because if you're familiar with my last canopy setup, you'll know that we used to store our food in those plastic removable drawers. They're okay, but we never really loved them. So I decided for this canopy setup, I'm going to build something completely DIY, essentially from scratch. And I reckon I've finally figured out a way to build the door to restrain your food, but also not something that's going to be annoying. It's hard to explain, so you'll have to stay tuned for that build series episode, but I am very much looking forward to it. Moving on to the storage side of the canopy, which is this right-hand side here. Pretty simple, I'm just going to be making 3 large drawers for lots of storage. It's one thing with the current setup, we do tend to run out of space for storing bits and pieces. So I thought this time, I'm just going to make 3 massive drawers. Obviously when they're slid in, they're going to sit just there. So adhering to my safe build zone just there. And yeah, just 3 large storage drawers. I'll probably also build a bit of a false wall at the back here that's gonna sit just like there. So that way, when you open that canopy door, you're just gonna see pretty much edge to edge drawers, and then a wall on the back there as well, which will stop stuff essentially falling over the back, which is one of the problems I'm currently facing with my old canopy setup. And the last piece of the puzzle is our water setup, and the only thing that's going to be living inside this canopy setup is our little hot water system here. That will just be the dual key unit that I already own. That'll be mounted to a bit of a TV bracket so it can kind of swing out and sit like up here somewhere, obviously, you know, spun around like there somewhere. Underneath the canopy setup, I'm going to be installing a large water tank. I found a company that makes tanks that are designed to fit where your factory spare wheel goes, which is perfect for me. Obviously, my spare wheel lives on the back of the canopy here, so that's currently wasted space underneath. I'll then be running a 12-volt pump off that, which I'll probably mount in one of my under tray toolboxes, and then that will run to 2 taps, one on either side of the canopy setup. So there'll be one kind of just underneath the tray on the side that the hot water system is, so I can swing that out, plug the water in, and away we go. And then there'll be another tap on this side just here. So if we're, you know, using the under tray drawer at the back there to do some dishes, we've got pressurized water right there and ready to go. Well, that's my rough plan for this next canopy build. I'm sure a lot's going to change when it comes time to actually building all this, but for now, I'm pretty happy with that plan. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and also let me know if you reckon I've left something off the plan. Sooner the better, so I can make some amendments before I actually go out and build it. I hope you guys are keen to watch this build unfold. I am so excited to get started. I reckon it's going to be a few late nights to get this finished, but I absolutely love this stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode.